is selected. When you first load up the dock, you're just going to be met with whatever your built-in stream is for OBS, set up by yourself previously. If it's YouTube, if it's Twitch, that will automatically populate at the start here. And then we also have a default output for a vertical multi-stream as well. I just want to say too that your vertical settings from the previous video within streaming is completely moot. There's no reason to actually configure in the previous video multi-stream as well. I just want to say too that your vertical settings from the previous video within streaming is completely moot. There's no reason to actually configure any of your vertical outputs here now in the vertical settings for streaming. Recording and backtrack still applies, but for streaming we just ignore it. We've got a nice little wee warning here at the top as well that tells us that that we've got multi installed, so none of this is configurable. This just means nothing to us from now on. So the first thing I'm going to do is to make sure that your audio on OBS is set up correctly, especially if you're using copyright music. Basically, that means that anything that goes out to Twitch and safe settings, I'll show you how to do is basically links out to the other settings on the other tabs here. So the first example I'm going to show you how to do is basically set up a YouTube horizontal stream. So we're going to go to add output. We're going to have YouTube here. We're going to say YouTube output, primary YouTube ingest server, and then we're going to put our YouTube stream key in. Now you can find this in the back end of your studio here. For example, it's just beneath where your stream advanced settings. Now, obviously you can select settings. Once you've added your information you're going to copy that and paste that into the settings. Once you've added your output, you're then going to get advanced settings. Now, obviously, you can select your main encoder based upon your built-in stream from OBS, but say, for example, with Twitch only having 6,000 bitrate or 8,000 if you technically want to go that high, encoding or Twitch or Twitch enhanced broadcast, you can just select your main encoder. But say, for example, if you want to push it a little bit further, because YouTube is very good in terms of how much bitrate you can send back out to the service, you can actually come in here, select maybe the exact same encoder that you're using for streaming, and you can actually up your bit rate to, I think it's 25,000, I think they may possibly say for that. I'm trying this off the top of my head. I will put down below links in the description for the best optimum settings for each service that you may want to check out. So once you've set up your video settings here, like I said, you can either choose main encoder. If you're using enhanced broadcast as well, once you go live on Twitch, you are able to select, we're going to get copy out. We've got our two different horizontal stream outputs.
you.